light in the future. Share the wisdom to the spirit of Islam. Revelation and reason. We shall excel, we shall prevail. Merging faith and knowledge, we the Khalifa, we will fulfill the amanah. Together we make the world a better place. Forever expand the culture of Iqra. IUN is to realize the meaning of Rahmatan lil Alamin. Together we make the world a better place. Forever expand the culture of Iqra. IUN is to realize the meaning of mercy to all the worlds for mankind.
Let's come along and get together. Full of faith in God and His messenger. Light the flame of love in Him, one another. Hold the rope and trust in Him forever. Finally for united we stand. Unity bears the fruit of unification. People arts is ever our mission. Excellence in all we do is our vision. We are the torchbearers for the Ummah, guided by Quran and Sunnah. Foundation center of IIUN, gateway to the God of knowledge and virtue. Divided we fall, united we stand. Unity bears the fruit of unification. People arts is ever our mission. Excellence in all we do is our vision. We are the torchbearers for the Ummah, guided by Quran and Sunnah. Foundation center of IIUN, gateway to the God of knowledge and virtue. We are the torchbearers for the Ummah, guided by Quran and Sunnah. Foundation center of IIUN, gateway to the God of knowledge and virtue.
Let's lead the way, light in the future. Share the wisdom to the spirit of Islam. revelation and reason. We shall excel, we shall prevail. Merging faith and knowledge, we the Khalifa, we will fulfill the Amana. Together we make the world a better place. Forever expand the culture of Ikra. IUN is to realize the meaning of Ramadan al-Amin. Together we make the world a better place. Forever expand the culture of Ikra. IUN is to realize the meaning of mercy to all worlds for mankind.
Let's come along and get together. Full of faith in God and His messenger. Light the flame of love in Him, one another. Hold the rope and trust in Him forever. Finally, for united we stand. Unity bears the fruit of unification. People eyes is ever our mission. Excellence in all we do is our vision. We are the torchbearers for the Ummah, guided by Quran and Sunnah. Foundation center of IIUN, gateway to the God of knowledge and virtue. Divided wing for united we stand. Unity bears the fruit of unification. Triple eyes is ever our mission. Excellence in all we do is our vision. We are the torchbearers for the Ummah, guided by Quran and Sunnah. Foundation center of IIUN, gateway to the God of knowledge and virtue. We are the torchbearers for the Ummah, guided by Quran and Sunnah. Foundation center of IIUN, gateway to the God of knowledge and virtue.
Let's lead the way, lighten the future, share the wisdom to the spirit of Islam. Revelation and reason, we shall excel, we shall prevail. merging faith and knowledge, we, the Khalifa, we will fulfill the amanah. Together we make the world a better place. Forever expand the culture of Ikra. IUN is to realize the meaning of Ramadan al-Amin. Together we make the world a better place. Forever expand the culture of Ikra. IUN is to realize the meaning of mercy to all the worlds, for all mankind.
Let's come along and get together. Follow faith in God and His messenger. Light the flame of love in Him, one another. Hold the rope and trust in Him forever. Finally, for united we stand. Unity bears the fruit of unification. People, the arts is ever our mission. Excellence in all we do is our vision. We are the torchbearers for the Ummah, guided by Quran and Sunnah. Foundation center of IIUN, gateway to the God of knowledge and virtue. Divided we fall, united we stand. Unity bears the fruit of unification. People, ours is ever our mission. Excellence in all we do is our vision. We are the torchbearers for the Ummah, guided by Quran and Sunnah. Foundation center of IIUN, gateway to the God of knowledge and virtue. We are the torchbearers for the Ummah, guided by Quran and Sunnah. Foundation center of IIUN, gateway to the God of knowledge and virtue.
Let's lead the way, lighten the future, share the wisdom to the spirit of Islam. Revelation and reason, we shall excel, we shall prevail. Merging faith and knowledge, we, the Khalifa, we will fulfill the amanah. expand the culture of Ikra. IUN is to realize the meaning of Ramadan al-Alamin. Together we make the world a better place forever. Expand the culture of Ikra. IUN is to realize the meaning of mercy to all the worlds for mankind.
Let's come along and get together. Full of faith in God and His messenger. Light the flame of love in Him, one another. Hold the rope and trust in Him forever. Finally, for united we stand. Unity bears the fruit of unification. People eyes is ever our mission. Excellence in all we do is our vision. We are the torchbearers for the Ummah, guided by Quran and Sunnah. Foundation center of IIUN, gateway to the God of knowledge and virtue. Divided we fall, united we stand. Unity bears the fruit of unification. Triple eyes is ever our mission. Excellence in all we do is our vision. We are the torchbearers for the Ummah, guided by Quran and Sunnah. Foundation center of IIUN, gateway to the God of knowledge and virtue. We are the torchbearers for the Ummah, guided by Quran and Sunnah.
Let's lead the way, enlighten the future, share the wisdom to the spirit of Islam. Revelation and reason, we shall excel, we shall prevail. Merging faith and knowledge, we the Khalifa, we will fulfill the amanah. Together we make the world a better place forever. Expand the culture of Ikra. IUN is to realize the meaning of Ramadan al-Alamin.
gathering for united we stand. Unity bears the fruit of unification. Triple R's is ever our mission. Excellence in all we do is our vision. We are the torchbearers for the ummah, guided by Quran and Sunnah. Foundation center of IIUM, gateway to the God of knowledge and virtue. Divided we fall, united we stand. Unity bears the fruit of unification. Triple R's is ever our mission. Excellence in all we do is our vision. We are the torchbearers for the ummah, guided by Quran and Sunnah. Foundation center of IIUM, gateway to the God of knowledge and virtue. We are the torchbearers for the ummah, guided by Quran and Sunnah. Foundation center of IIUM, gateway to the God of knowledge and virtue.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh kepada semua pelajar semester akhir di CFS, mungkin daripada MEDC. Jadi saya daripada pelajar tahun 3 kampus UiAM Content ingin berkongsi sedikit pengalaman dan juga mungkin tips lah untuk menghadapi peperiksaan dan mungkin sedikit motivasi. Okey, yang pertama, untuk menghadapi peperiksaan akhir ni, tips yang paling penting ialah time management kita kena tip top lah. Kalau kita ada study week, gunakan betul-betul study week itu untuk kita bahagikan macam mana kita nak cover semua topik yang telah kita belajar. Jadi contoh untuk siapa yang nak score macam Dean List ke, pastikan topik jangan pilih-pilih. Study semua topik, jangan kita abaikan satu topik pun. Sebab kita tak tahu topik mana yang akan ditanya, and kalau kita study semua topik itu lebih selamat lah. Jadi yang kedua, bahagikan masa kita. Contoh kita ada pagi, kita ada siang dan juga malam. Contoh sehari kita boleh study 3 subjek. Contoh pagi boleh study subjek yang memerlukan kita untuk mengingat. Sebab pagi ni kita fresh lagi. Contohnya biologi. Tengah hari mungkin boleh buat subjek kira-kira sebab kita mengantuk. Tapi kalau kira-kira ni tak mengantuk, so kita boleh buat macam matematik ataupun fizik waktu tengah hari. Malam pun kita boleh utamakan subjek yang membaca sebab waktu tu mungkin lebih masuk lah. Di atas orang juga, depends on masing-masing macam mana. Okey, yang kedua, banyakkan bertanya. Jangan malu untuk bertanya. Apa-apa yang kita tak faham, tanya kawan-kawan ataupun tanya lecturer kita. Okey, seterusnya, ingat, selagi kita tak masuk dewan peperiksaan, selagi tu kita ada masa. Jangan kita putus asa awal. Contoh, subjek tu susah, cakap, tak ada chance dah subjek ni. Jangan macam tu lah. Selagi kita tak melangkah masuk ke dalam dewan peperiksaan, selagi tu kita ada masa untuk kita fahamkan, untuk kita buat ulang kaji. Yang penting jaga masa elok-elok. Yang terakhir, kita sebagai seorang Muslim tak boleh lari. Kita usaha macam mana pun, kita kena banyakkan berdoa dan memohon pertolongan daripada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Dan yang last sekali, kita kena tawakal. InsyaAllah kita punya keputusan tidak mengkhianati usaha kita. Yang penting kita usaha, keputusan itu kita serahkan kepada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Jadi itu sedikit sebanyak perkongsian dan juga mungkin sedikit motivasi. Harap dapat membantu. Sekian saja. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan good luck kepada semua. Bye.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hakim bin Yusli. I'm a second year medical student in IIM Kuantan. I would like to wish the best of luck to my brothers and sisters in CFS for the final SEM examination. Don't forget to study and also make your dua Inshallah, you will do your best and you will score the exam. And I can't wait to meet all of you in the upcoming years in IIM Kuantan. So that's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone to all our junior CFS students. Okay, we are third year students and we are here to give you a little tips about how to make you go through your final exams smoothly. Okay, so firstly for your subjects, especially for physics, chemistry, math, statistics and whatnot, actually you just have to do all the tutorials that your lecturers give you. Legit, they will help you like a lot. Even somehow the questions are a bit same, the tutorial and the exam questions. Yeah, and for something like biology, you just have to read a lot and remember, and try to say it back, like try to communicate with your friend and try to make them understand, and also you will understand it yourself too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for the preparation yourself for the examination, please take care of yourself, sleep well, eat well, and most important, don't forget to take your breakfast before taking the exam on the day, because breakfast is the most important meal. After the exam, set your target, what you want to achieve. Don't be stressed, just try your best.
Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone. How things going for you guys? I hope you guys are doing well. I just want you guys to know that you are almost there in reaching your success. This is your final semester. Just make sure that you spend your 24 hours wisely, because everyone have the same amount. I also have 24 hours, not more and less. But what makes your 24 hours different from others is regarding how you spend on it. So have a good mindset on your goal. Be consistent with your effort. And lastly, good luck with your quizzes, exams, especially finals. May Allah grant us success in this world and also in the hereafter. Amin. Good luck everyone.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh kepada semua junior di CFS. Saya tahun 3 di UAE Kuantan Campus, dan sedikit motivasi untuk semula ataupun sedikit tips lah. Saya ni sebagai yang kata average student, nak memberi sedikit tips, which is yang pertama adalah first and foremost, bersyukurlah dengan pointer yang sekarang tu. Even tu mungkin ada yang atas pagar, mungkin ada yang di list, alhamdulillah. Kalau tapi yang atas pagar tu, bersyukur je dengan pointer yang ada. Itu pun maksudnya petanda untuk kita, sama ada kita terus berusaha keras sikit, dan ataupun ada hikmah dia lah. Secondly, yang kedua adalah musim-musim exam ni, dia better kita mengamalkan gaya hidup sihat lah. Petang-petang tu kalau stres kan, berjalan, berjoging apa semua. Jangan duduk bilik lah. Study stres macam mana pun, petang tu make sure kita luang masa pergi jogging, pergi jalan-jalan. Pusing juga gambang tu lah, kan best kan. Pagi pun best juga. Yang ketiga, tidur tu kena jaga. Kalau boleh masa exam tu, macam kalau boleh tidur tu awal lah. Tidur awal, bangun awal, study and then prepare untuk pergi.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nabila Huda, iaitu student from Kuliah Dentistry. I know you now struggling in the lesson, right? So I just want to wish the best of luck. Keep going and striving until the end. Jangan putus asa tengah-tengah jalan. I know sometimes you feel very tired and want to give up. Tak apa, chill, jangan stress tak membantu pun. Jadi chill, 5 minit, 3 minit, masa balik-balik, tingkatkan semangat balik. Minta doa daripada Allah dipermudahkan segala urusan. Jangan tinggal solat, jangan tinggal Quran. Minta restu daripada ibu bapa. InsyaAllah segalanya akan dipermudahkan. May Allah bless your efforts and give you the best result. So that's all, fighting.
Hi, Assalamualaikum to all my Red brothers and sisters in CFS. I heard you guys have an upcoming final exam, and I just want to say good luck on that. I know this would be the most stressing time for you, but I believe you have done so much to prepare for this exam. And as much as I believe in you, you would have to believe in yourself that you will do well in this exam, okay? And just few reminder for me, don't forget to have enough sleeping time, good rest, especially when it's coming very near to the exam, so that you don't stress yourself too much. And friendly reminder as well, don't forget to pray that Allah will ease the journey for you throughout this exam and throughout your student life. And last word, I just want to say good luck. do your best and fighting everyone.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Nurul Christina, final year pharmacy students. I would like to wish all of you, all of the Maxi members, all the best in your upcoming exam. And don't forget to be healthy and drink a lot of water and don't be stressed. So that's all from me. All the best.
Assalamualaikum kepada semua adik-adik. Selamat berjaya dalam mengambil peperiksaan. Ingat, peperiksaan bukan segala-galanya, tetapi segala-galanya bermula dengan peperiksaan. So, good luck, do your best in the examination and insyaAllah kita bertemu di kuliah nanti.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Akmal Syam, pelajar perubatan tahun 4. So, saya nak ucapkan selamat berjaya buat adik-adik yang akan menuju peperiksaan tak lama lagi, semester akhir. Dan sedikit pesanan, di saat-saat akhir ini paling kurang kita dah go through setiap page modul ataupun lecture kita. Paling kurang setiap page tu kalau kita dah go through, kita dah fahamkan. Dan kalau boleh, upkan bacaan sebanyak 3 kali untuk setiap modul yang kita ada. Okay? Semoga selamat segalanya, semoga berjaya hendaknya, dan semoga kita berjumpa di kuliah nanti insyaAllah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Dear brothers and sisters, we'll begin our event shortly. Before we start with the event, please be reminded to sign your attendance by the I attend link, which will be shared in the chat box of Zoom and YouTube. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I bid to Honorable Speaker Muhammad Ashraf bin Muhammad Saleh, Head Department of Biology, Madam Kamaril Azlah Teruk, Advisor of Maxi Society, Ms. Nurdiana Shamim binti Hasnul, lecturers from Department of Biology, and my dear fellow friends. Welcome to Alumni Inspire, One Step Closer Talk 2.0. I am Nurul Mardiah binti Muhammad Taufiq and I'll be your MC for today. Praise be to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the Lord, the Creator, and the Sustainer of the universe, as we gather here this morning to listen on the beneficial input from our alumni today. Dear brothers and sisters, for your information, this event is organized by the Department of Biology in collaboration with Maxi Society. This event is aimed to boost enthusiasm for medical, dentistry, and pharmacy students in their career pathway by the sharing experiences, inspire all students to keep energized and motivated in achieving excellence, instill positive vibe among students for achieving insan sejahtera, and revive the students' passion to further their studies. Before we proceed further, let us bless this event with the dua and Quran recitation by Brother Aidid Irfan bin Abdul Ghani. Please welcome, brother.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Al-Fatihah. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. O Allah, we express our gratitude to you for allowing us to attend this event on the auspicious day. O Allah, we ask you for the safety of our religion and the welfare of our body. O Allah, Lord of implementing authority, make the days that we've gone through, starting with your mercy, continue with your blessing and righteous guidance, ended with your forgiveness. Make the days that we've gone through spent in your obedience, adorn us with the adornment of the righteous, and clothe us with the ornament of the pious in spreading good behavior, lowering the wing of humanity, duty of conduct, advancing towards excellence, avoiding condemnation, being gracious to the undeserving, speaking through bitter. اللهم أخرجنا من ظلمات الوهم وأكرمنا بنور الفهم اللهم افتح علينا أبواب رحمتك وانشر علينا خزائن علومك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. O Allah, please bring us out of the darkness of doubt and favor us with the light of comprehension. O Allah, open to us the doors of your mercy and unfold for us the treasure of your knowledge by your mercy, the merciful, the most merciful of the merciful ones. رب يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير رب يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير رب يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم.
Thank you, Brother Aidit, for the wonderful recitation. To enlighten our event today, please turn our attention to the pre-recorded speech by the Head Department of Biology, Madam Kamaril Azla Teruk.
Bismillah.
Thank you, MC, for today's event. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. The respected director for this program, Madam Nur Saada, the supportive MEXI advisor, Sister Nurdiana Shamim, the dedicated program coordinator for today's event, Madam Rosita, Madam Nur Fazlina, and Madam Haliza, the hardworking committee lines up, the respected speaker for today's event, Brother Nashrin Shafiq, Brother Muhammad Ashraf, and Dr. Farah Zulaikha, the MEXI lines up, respective staff, and my beloved brothers and sisters. Alhamdulillah, we are grateful of Allah. We are able to present in virtual platform for this talk program, Alumni Inspire One Step Closer 2.0. Brothers and sisters, this talk is the second time organized by Department of Biology in collaboration with MEXI. The same nature of program was firstly held on 2021. This program still maintains its objective, where its two main objectives are to inspire CFS students to keep energized and motivated in achieving excellence, and to instill positive vibes among students for achieving Insan Sejahtera. Brothers and sisters, Insan Sejahtera is the holistic human person who has the wisdom and the competency to contribute to the betterment of the society. Through humanizing education as main strategy in Sejahtera academic framework, it is more the attribute of IIUM graduated with core element Khalifah, Amanah, Iqra, and Rahmatan lil Alamin, all of these known as Khair. I would like to quote from Sahih Bukhari, the best among you are those who have the best manner and best character. Brothers and sisters, in few more months, you will be graduated from CFS, you will join your desired kuliah, and your dream become reality. Move toward, keep moving, and strive for the best CGPA for your last semester in CFS. It is my hope and also expectation from the organizing committee this program can become a platform to guide and motivate all of us through the experience of through the academic experience of our speaker, that will be shared later on. Lastly, I would like to congratulate the organizing committee in successfully organize this beneficial program. With that, I end my speech with a quote from Maya Angelou. Do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better. With that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Madam Kamaril Azlah, for the insightful speech. I can summarize some important highlights from the speech. First, humanizing education as strategy of Sejahtera academic framework. Second, we have 4 attributes of IAUM graduated, which is Khalifah, Amanah, Iqra, and Rahmatan lil Alamin. And lastly, I got that in everything we do, we must do with a full heart, yes. Dear brothers and sisters, we are now reaching to the highlight of today's event. Before I pass the screen to our invited speaker, let me introduce some of the background of our speaker. He was born on 24th November 1997. He is an amazing fifth-year dental student who studies how dental health has the power to change our life. He was a program manager of Quranic campaign in 2018, treasurer of Nusantara Smile campaign, head of Da'wah and Training Bureau of Dental Student Society, and batch leader in 2021. He is the living proof that the distance between you and everything what you want is the amount of action you take. Wondering all the amazing input we're going to have today, I'm super excited to have you here, brother. Now, without further ado, please welcome Brother Muhammad Ashraf bin Muhammad Saleh to deliver his talk.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, I just want to ask, the participant only here or also in the YouTube?
Also in YouTube, brother.
Yeah. Allow me to share my screen. Can you see my screen there?
Yes, I see.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ashraf bin Muhammad Saleh. And first and foremost, I would like to give my deepest gratitude to the organizing committee, which I believe is the METC, and also to the biology head department for organizing this program, which I believe is very beneficial. And I really don't want to give some lectures and all that because otherwise it would be boring. So I just want to share all of my experiences during my degree life. Okay, my background is I am from Seremban, Negeri Sembilan, and primary school at SK Zaman Porjaya, secondary school at SMKA Pedas, and then I continue my study at the CFS Gambang and also Petaling Jaya. And currently in the final year of study on Bachelor of Dentistry. So in a few months left, and inshallah I'll be graduating and become a dentist. So please pray for my passion. Okay, the introduction to the Kuliah of Dentistry. So this is the view that we as a dental student you will be looking as every day. So you can see there's a Kuliah of Dentistry that's divided into two main buildings. So you can see that on the left side. On the left side is called academic building, where the teaching and learning will be based. So this is where will be pre-clinical students having much more time. So they will be having classes there. Also, there will be any events will be held there, and the rooms for any lecturers also is situated there. So if you want to give to have a consultation or even take signatures. And on the right side is the polyclinic building. Is where the dental student will be dental student will be practicing what we are taught during the preclinical. So this is where they will be doing their patients, and also there will be some lab here to do the lab work. And for the academic timeline, is the total years of study is equals to 5 years, which will be divided into two, which is the preclinical years and also the clinical years. So preclinical years is 2 years, clinical years is 3 years. So 3 plus 2 is equal to 5 years. And also, please bear in mind, and when we are in the degree, we no longer use the semester system like we are in the CFS. We have a semester 1 and semester 2. But in the degree, we have a block system, which is 1 year equals to block, 1 year equals to 4 blocks. And there's a pre-pro exam at the end of block 2, and there's a pro exam at the end of block 4. So for pre-pro exam is actually it's like a mid-year. So it doesn't matter if you pass or fail, but it really will affect for your pro exam because it will be a carry mark. So let's say if you just fail on the pre-pro exam, do not worry because you will only you need to perform better on the pro exam because the carry mark of your pro exam is low. And also the pro exam is very essential for you to promote it to the next year because once you fail the pro exam at the end of block 4, you need to repeat the whole year. And then for the syllabus, so we can see that as a year 1 until year 5, there's a lot of syllabus that you will be taking. But for year 1 and year 2, for the pre-clinical student, they will be only taking 4. So I think I should not go further to all of the subject because you will know more. But let's just focus on the year 1 and year 2 because this is the one you'll be taking, that you're graduating for the CFS, right? For the year 1, you'll be taking the anatomy. Anatomy is like you'll be teaching the anatomy of the head and neck, the blood vessels, the nerve, and also the limbs and all that. And we will also learn about the development of the humans. And for physiology, you'll be learning about the dental, you learn about the body system such as the cardiovascular system, urinary tract system, and the respiratory system. And for biochemistry, you will be learning about biochemistry, about the pH and all that. And oral biology is I think is the core subject for year 1 because this is the most related to the dentistry, where you will learn about the anatomy of each of the teeth. So usually doctor will give you some teeth and you need to identify what is the teeth. And then for year 2, also you will need to learn 4 subjects, which is the pathology, microbiology, pharmacology, and dental materials. For pathology, it's the same as the physiology, but it's I think more detailed. And also we learn about the disease one. So for example, if you have a heart failure and what happened to the heart and what it will affect to the respiratory system and all that. For the microbiology, is more specific and you will be learning about all of the microorganisms. So this one is very complicated because the name of bacteria is very hard to pronounce and you need to memorize all of it. And you need to know what's gram negative or gram positive and what are the bacteria will cause to our body. And then the pharmacology part is like a pharmacist. So for example, if the patient is having a hypertension, what drugs will be the patient is taking. And then there's 7 types of drug, and then what the drugs will be affected to the body, what is the side effect. And then the dental matrix is actually the most dry where you'll be learning about the dental materials such as the dental restoration, which have two parts, which is the amalgam, the black one, and also the composite, which have a more natural tooth. So we'll be comparing between those two, and it's more like a physics. So we'll be comparing about the compressive strength, about the success rate, and all that. And then for third year, I think is the most stressful years among the 5 years, because at this time you will be embark your journey in the clinical pathway. So you just first to take your first step to do the clinical, and at the same time you need to also to become like a medical student. Why we need to learn also because to the medical stuff is because all of the patient that we are treating is not all patients are healthy. So some of the patients have a hypertension, have a diabetic. So we need to learn how to manage it, how to recognize the disease, so we can manage it properly. And then so for third year, so you will be having clinical, and also at the same time you need to go to the hospital. And then for the year 4, I think it's just a more clinic. We will be taking an 8 departments and all. I think it's all you will be learn more on the during the in the degree life. Okay, for year 1 and year 2 for the pre-clinical. So what do you expect? So for year 1 is most probably you will be spending most of your times at the classes. So there will be a series of lectures. So I think year 1 is quite boring, more boring than the other years, because you're just having lectures in the class, having quizzes, and then having examination. And also for year 1, they will be also practicing to carve a tooth. So the lecturers will be give you a rectangular wax block, and you need to carve the tooth according to its morphology. So the aim of this is actually for you to practice your hand skill, because in your clinical years, you need to, for example, once you make a cavity prep on the tooth, you need to immediately place a restoration, and you need to carve according to its morphological function so that it can function properly. So in dentistry, it's not about knowledge, but you also need a hand skill and also soft skill, because you are dealing with patients. And then next is the main event for the year 1 is actually the scientific evening. So scientific evening is where all of the year 1 will be divided into 4 groups, and each of the groups will be to do a role play, where all of the students from the kuliah will be participating to see the role play. And this is where the students to improve their soft skills. And please, for the year 1 students, do not be shy to do role play, because it is a hold on. Sorry. For the year 1, so they will be having a role play, and there will be lecturers will become judges. So the winning prizes is money, so you can spend together for your group. And then for the year 1 also, you will be having a lot spend time on the lab to see a microscope. So during the CFS studies, please do not forget to use the microscope, because later on in your degree life, you will learn more. You will use a lot of microscope. And then also for year 1, you will be having a zoo negara visit. So this is a point where you will see the vet there, and the vet will be teaching you what is the difference between the dentition of humans and animals and all that. But on all, it's just for education purpose and also for fun. And also for year 1 program, you will also having a tadika visit. So this is very important to improve your skill later on, because in the clinical years, you will be managing pediatric patients. kids patient. So how to manage kids and adults is very different because kids the focus span is very short. We need to tackle their attention to through a creative way. So for example here, my friend here, they deliver the oral hygiene message through a puppet show. So you can see that the kids here are all enthusiastic to know about the oral hygiene. And also we'll be teaching them how to brush teeth properly. And please bear in mind also, and some of the kids also, there will be maybe one or two will be hyperactive. So you need to always be patient and please be professional, so not to be mad at them. And then once you get finish year one, you will be progressed into second year. Second year is you will become more like a dental student where you will be started to do dental treatment but on dummy. And also before that, you will be also doing some revision. So as you can see here, one of my friends, she is presenting the tooth anatomy before we doing any practice. So please do not forget what you learned during your year one. And also at the middle picture, he's our supervisor, Dr. Haikal. So he is will be in charge for teaching you how to do treatments, and also you need to learn how to really stabilize your hand because you are handling we call it a hand piece where you will drilling the teeth. So during the second years, it's okay to fail multiple times. Do not be shy to fail because it's very normal. Even the specialists also thought that during their junior years they fail a lot because this is a hand skill. It needs quite a lot of practice to master. And then also sometimes and just sharing. This is a picture of us having class at outside of the classroom because sometimes when we are having too much classes in the classroom, we will feel so bored. The lecturers will be improvised to make classes near the lake, so it will be lively. But then, and also during the year two, you will be spend a lot of time with the technician, where the technician will be teaching you how to construct a denture. Denture is a gigi palsu, and then they will teach you step by step on how to set the teeth and all that, and how to correctly construct the denture. And also, please not be shy to them because they are very friendly. And the main key here is really not to say jangan mandai-mandai lah. Sebabnya, if you do not know, just straight away ask them. They will be not mad at you. They will guide you. Inshallah, they will help you. Because once you are doing a mistake, it's very hard to reverse back the mistake. Otherwise, you will need to done. We will need to repeat the first step again, all over again. So this will be you doing in the year 2 and year 3. We'll be constructing a denture, but it's not for patients, just for practice purpose. And then after you finish all the clinical stages, and you will be promoted into the year 3 and year 5. So this is where you will be the journey of your clinical students embark. Where for the third year, you will be spending more time on the hospitals, and this is where you for dentistry you need to go to the hospital every Friday to present your case to the kuliah medicine specialist. But for Monday and Tuesday, you need to find a case to be clerked, so that on the Wednesday so you have a case to be presented. And also they will take you to the OT. OT stands for the operation theatre. So you can see how the patient will be sedated and how the major series will be done. And if you are lucky, sometimes the doctors will give you chance to assist them. And then at night also, you can come to the clinic to observe any clinical procedure so that you can get the signature. And also during the clinical years, and you are very packed. The timetable is every day, Monday to Thursday is 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every single day. So you need to learn how to manage your time properly, and you need to learn how to communicate with the patients. So this is a picture of me and my partner here. So this is the where we issue a denture, complete denture for this auntie. So the the process of making denture is very hard and very stressful. But actually, once you have a successful treatment, you can see the patient smile. This give a satisfaction to us actually. And also, we can do a charity as long as we niat for Allah. So they will be learn more how to do the checkup, and we will learn how to interpret the radiograph. And also for the clinical years, this one is more for orthodontics. So orthodontic is not all about braces. It's more than that. So this is called retainer. Then we need to learn how to bend the wire and using the plier only. So this is where the very complicated hand skill is needed. We need a lot of practice to master this. And then for you need to also manage each patient. You need to know how to tackle their hearts. For example, here my partner here. In order for the patient to be cooperative, we ask the patient if kalau adik diam je buka mulut, kalau adik boleh dengar cakap abang, abang kasih hadiah. InsyaAllah dia akan happy. We need to learn, really know how to manage the patient, and then how to reduce their anxiety and all that. And also for a dental student, you can also perform a surgery, for example, extraction and also a minor oral surgery. So the minor oral surgery will be supervised by the specialist, where we can do a real life surgery in the dental chair. But please do not be scared to do this, because behind you there will be only a specialist to correct you. So even you do mistake, they will correct you immediately. As long as you learn, it's okay. And you need to be very brave and also be confident, because the patient will evaluate you. And also for the non-academic matter, dentistry is not about clinical work, not all about the learning. We also have other activities. So this is a picture of a community project organized by the kuliah. So we need to be active in order for us to be engaged to the society, because as a dentist, we work with people, so we need to learn how to engage with the society. And also it will be good experience for us to improve our soft skill, and also it will help us to get a pahala. And then also we have a inter-batch game. Inter-batch game is where students who have talented in sports to shine. So kuliah dentistry, the students are very small. The committee is small. So this even a small program will become like a family to us, even the staff. So this will be just a friendly to play sports between the batch and also staff. There will be also a buddies gathering, so there will be a grouping for which consists year 5 until year 1 student. So this is on your group. You can always ask your seniors the tips and tricks to go through the clinical years and all that. And also we have an AGD. This is where people who have talent in the maybe singing or playing instrument or role playing, there is the time for you to shine, because this will be create a wonderful memory. And how to survive in dentistry. The first thing actually, we need to be brave. We need to take a lead. Better to try and fail than never to try at all. So for example, we need to start a patient, we need to give an injection. I can guarantee you, the first time you holding the syringe and needle, the hand will be shaking, very shaking to give injection to the patient. But do not worry, just brave, just take a lead. It's okay if you make a mistake, you will learn from the mistake. And then throughout the time, you will master it slowly and you'll be confident to do it. But the most important thing is the first thing you need to do is to be brave and to always to take risks. And next is always reach out to the friends, family, or lecturers. And you were not created to walk alone, and you need others, and others need you also. So in dentistry, you need to work in pairs. You need always a person to assist you to do a dental treatment. So communication is the key here. You cannot really survive by yourself. Even this course is a very stressful. You need your family support to for your moral support, and if you have any problems, you're not afraid to reach out to the lecturers because the lecturers are like parents to us actually in the kuliah dentistry. Next is time management. Time management is actually the key here to success in dentistry. For during the clinical years, okay, and it is very up to us to bring the patient or not. So if you want to learn something, you bring your patient. And sometimes if you cannot handle your patients correctly, sometimes many sessions will be burned and you need to really learn how to manage time. As for the take home message, dentistry is not the easier version of medicine actually. So as I said, dentistry is comprises of three, where you need very good knowledge. We need to know how you do it. The hand skill is very important, and also we need to have a very good soft skill because we are dealing with patients. Patient also have emotions, and if you are doing roughly, maybe the next time you ask the patient to come, they will not come. So it will affect your requirement and your studies. And then you need to know how to cope with stress because dentistry is a lot, as you can see the syllabus, there's a lot of the subjects to be covered. For example, during the clinicals, you have 8 subjects to cover. So all of the 8 subjects will be exam will be in 1 week. So in 1 day, you need to answer two subjects, and then will be non-stop for 1 week. It will be a very stressful. So we really need to know how to cope with stress and always find a friends to study with. Do not study alone. And then this is my suggestion during your studies. Is take a lot of pictures and videos. This is for your documentation for your patient and also for your memories. So, even myself, I'm the year 5 student. When we look back at the year 1 and year 2 pictures, it will be a good memory actually. And lastly, and always put reliance on Allah. I think that's all. But um, I think Madam Saada gave me a question by the students. Should I answer it? I think I should answer the question. Yeah.
Okay, dear students, if you have any question to ask, you may unmute your mic or write the question in the chat box.
I think they already prepared for question for me. So I think I will answer from this question first. Okay. For the first question, what should I prepare for the interview or for this course? Any tips regarding that? For the interview, actually it's just an ice-breaking session. So we really not to worry about that, but please be confident in the way you talk. And they just will ask you some basic question. For example, Why do you want to take why do you want to take dentistry? Can you handle with the stress of dentistry because this is a critical course? And then they will also ask you, what is your talent? Because later in your work on, you really need your talent to attract the patient. For example, if you know how to edit videos, you can use the videos to promote the oral health, or even you know how to sing or even playing music. So during your work later on during in the KKM, these are the quality that they will be searching on, because then all dentists can prepare can do the dental treatments, but not all can have a special talent. So please make yourself special. So it's okay, just learn your hobby. And then can you share your experience during the interview? My experience is for the interview, you'll be entering the interview room in pairs. So you and your friends. There will be three panels or two panels. So they just ask a basic question. And they ask me, and why do you pursue in dentistry? I just say because I really enjoy dentistry, because I really want to become to deliver a good smile to the patients. And also they ask me what my talents are to just answer. The very important thing is just to be confident and all, and otherwise you'll be okay. And then next question is for who is a bit squeamish, especially when it comes to doing dental surgery. Is dentistry the right choice for me? So squeamish, I think, is something that legally. So when we are handling the mouth of the patient, with the mouth smell is not very pleasant. There will be plaque there, and also there will be very dirty, also the saliva. But for me, if you are looking at it every day by day, every day you see these things, you will be adapt to it. Even you are a bit squeamish, also a squeamish person. But just every day I see this, and later on it will be just nothing for me actually. It's okay, but I think most of my batches and also same like me. But throughout the time, you will be get used to it, inshallah. And then, is there any chance to pursue dentistry if CGPA does not exceed 3.5 during CFS? So this is not for me to decide or not. This is up to the kuliah. But I can tell you, based on my experience from my friends here, all of my friends who score CGPA below than 3.5, they will do not succeed to pursue dentistry. They will be asked to change course. And also because I think it's because of the students from other kuliah also wants to pursue dentistry, for example, kuliah of science, kuliah of allied health science. So they really perform their studies, which also score 4 flat. So maybe kuliah will consider them to include to be pursue dentistry other than the person who do not exceed 3.5 during CFS. So my advice here, if you really want to continue in dentistry, please work harder and at least please achieve a minimum which is above 3.5. And then, do you ever regret to the degree path you chose to take? And what are your advices on the preparation for degree life that you wish someone would taught you before? Do you ever, for me, regret or not, there are times where I regret, and there are times also I am grateful I'm in this past, because not all days is good days for you. Sometimes it will be down down day, and also there will be ups. So you just need to always prepare yourself that not every day will be your day. But as soon as you grow older, when example for in year 5 and you look back at during your third years where you will be scolded by specialists for not knowing that. So actually that is the where you learn, and um, it's a lesson for us, where also if you learn the hard way, I think it's a very easier for us to really remember things. And then for the pre-clinical life versus clinical life, will the classes be online or face to face or most of the time? And I think we have reached to the endemic phase. So all of the classes will be the face to face. Only sometimes will be the online when when the lecturers is sick, or some of the students are getting COVID-19. But since the endemic phase, most of the classes will be face to face. And next question is how is the dental student schedule when we are in degree? Is it flexible and more relaxed than in foundation? I think you know already the answer, but for I think the degree stuff is every day the class is from 8 to 5 p.m. every single day. And also, even after the 5 p.m., you need to go to the lab because you need to finish the denture, because the denture you need to do it by yourself. It's not done by the technician. Yeah, it's a very hectic schedule. But for the preclinical student, I think it's a bit relaxing compared to the clinical students. And then which is harder and stressful to learn, in foundation year or in degree year? How to keep passion for this course? Okay, this question is, I think, is obvious. I think it's a degree is much more harder and stressful, because I think in the foundation you just need to learn the theory and you need to answer the exam, and you just need a little skill to do in the lab. But for a degree, you need to apply your knowledge, and for example, in the clinic, you need to have a very good hand skill. Otherwise, knowledge alone is not enough. You need a good hand skill to ensure a good treatment. And also, you need a good soft skills to ensure the patient calm and all that. So I think, of course, a degree years will be more stressful. And how to keep the passion for this course? I think it's just you need to set your mindset. And if you, I just want to advise, if you really doesn't want to pursue in this courses, I think it's better for you to change course yearly, because once you are in the late stage, if you wanted to uh, say you from my experience, many of my friends some of them does not really into dentistry, and we can show the result there where the result of the exam is very always fail. So I think it's better for him to change courses, and then when he changes the course, he really perform well. Because dentistry is not for all, I think. But if you really interested, please put your heart into it. Inshallah, you'll be good. Can you share some of the subject that you take during the degree life, the main subject that we should focus more on? The subject is, as I just briefed just now, they are 8 departments, ortho and all that. The main subject that you should focus on, actually, there is no. So all of the subject you need to focus, because if one subject you fail, you need to repeat the whole year. You cannot just pick any subject, because you need to master all of it. So the answer for the question and the main subject that we should focus more on, I think is you need to focus on all of it. No pick. And what is the hardest subject and moment, and how to cope with that situation? What happens is if we don't achieve a minimum CGPA in a degree later? Actually, for dentistry and medical, we don't have a CGPA. All we have is just pass and fail, and nothing more than that. Just pass and fail. If you score above 50, then you have passed. And if you score below 50, you will fail. But to score above 50 actually is not that easy because we have a negative marking system. For example, you answer one correctly, you get 1 mark. And then the next question, you answer it wrong. Then you will be negative mark. So the total mark is 0. So when you are, so the advice here is when you are taking an exam, you cannot just simply put an answer that you don't know because we are a clinician. We need to know what we are doing. We cannot just we can say bantai je kan. Because we are doing on a living patient. We need to know what we are doing. This is why we have a negative marking system. And which the hardest subject is actually it depends on you. Which subject is you more interested? For me, for myself, I think the hardest subject is oral surgery because we need to know a lot of anatomy, where to cut the gingiva, how to manage the bleeding. But for some people, for them, this oral surgery is very easy because they're interested with that subject. So in this, so the answer is very subjective. It depends on the person. Is there any suggestion for references, website, YouTube channel to enhance our understanding in pharmacology? Pharmacology is about drugs, but we should not go to the details. We just learn the surface area thing. But my suggestion is just if you do not understand something, you just go ahead to ask the lecturers because the lecturers will can give a feedback on what you can't understand. But it's not wrong to search for reference on the YouTube channel or website. I think I do not use any reference from the YouTube, but if there are any channels that can give a better explanation, you can see it. But please confirm with the lecturer. Sometimes because sometimes the resources from the YouTube is not right or outdated. Thanks for me. Is it true that dental students need to search for clients ourselves? If so, how do you do it? So for dental students to find a patient, there are two ways actually. Either we find it ourselves or the kuliah we provided us. For the kuliah, there will be waiting list. So we'll be asked from the waiting list. Sometimes if you are lucky, you can get the patient. So if you the kuliah said that there's no patient, then you need to find it yourself. And the trick here is to communicate with the society. That's why we need to engage with the society by joining the community project and all, because we will be know more people, especially the people around the Kuantan. So whenever you can ask them, do you need any dental treatment? Ada nak tampal ke, cabut ke? Boleh inform saya. Itulah kita nak cari patient tu. That's how we need to engage with the society. And also you can ask the friends also. And then the next question is an iPad or tablet essential for a degree in dentistry? So most of seniors use ebook or physical book. I think it's already 2020. We already progressed into a paperless. I think most of us are using now using an ebook because the ebook is more convenient. It's not because books very heavy. But if the question is asked me as iPad or tablet essential, I can say it's not essential, but it is, if you have it, then it's good for you. It's a bonus for you. But I think the most thing that most important is to buy a laptop first, and if you have a laptop and you want to go for iPad, and it's recommended. But I think if you do have, please buy a laptop first because there are a lot of assignment later on. And then the next question is it right that dental students will get a discount or for free when they want to wear braces? Well, actually, this applied long years ago, but now they are no longer providing it because the didn't have changed. But you can still have a dental treatment with a half price because right now, I think since last year, then QD is open for the postgraduate studies. So the students will be doing their braces in a half price, I think. But for free, I think no. And also they will be only selected the case. Not all case will be do the braces. I think that's all from the question that were given to me. Is there any other question? Yeah, any question you can ask on the chat box, I think. Okay.
Okay, so if there's no question, I want to ask you a question, brother. In IIUM Kuantan, I heard that we wear the tunic for the practical. Don't we wear the scrub like others university students?
For the tunic is only wear by the clinical students, which are the third year until year 5 students. We wear scrubs, but scrub is used for when we are entering the hospital. We have actually both of them, scrubs and tunic. Tunics we have for every batch there's different colors. For my batch will be red. For the year 4 will be silver right now, and for the third year is blue. And then when you are, I think maybe in your second year, you will be decide yourself what unique you will be color will taking. So you will discuss among the batches and then what color you will be taking, and it will be presented to the supervisors and to the lecturers. If the lecturers approve your colors, then you will get the colors. But for scrub, I think for dental student it's only one color, which is the purple color. The scrub only is used when you are entering into the SASNET, the IAM hospital. That's all.
Okay, so I think there's no question anymore. Thank you, Brother Muhammad Ashraf, for the informative talk and sharing session with us, the juniors. Alhamdulillah, we have reached to the end of our event. So on behalf of our organizing committee, I would like to take this opportunity to express our gratitude and thanks to our honorable speaker, head of department, MEDC advisor, and lecturers for gracing this event. I also would like to apologize for any shortcoming and technical issues throughout this event. Dear students, if you have, please be reminded to fill in the evaluation form. Okay. Before we end, I would like to request all the students to enter the Zoom and our speaker to open your camera for the photography session. So I hope the students on the YouTube can enter the Zoom for a minute for the photography session. Okay, so I would like for all of you here to open your camera for the photography session.
Malu buat ni. Nak jadi dental student tak boleh malu-malu. Nak rajin cakap dengan patient.
Okay, thank you everyone. Let's end with Tasbih Kafara and Surah Al-As. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and have a good day to all of you.